Well, hello and welcome back. I'm here with another update on one coffee at a time. I've been doing a bit of work, so been trying to get the research in. Currently, we still have one bug at the moment, so you can clearly see not all the gems are here. So basically, come down here. That's gone a bit overboard. Do research here. Get a bar down here, and we don't have a second page. So that's always annoying. Because I added the when did you have this on the button, but then I decided to add it on the area, which was a good idea to do so because then it fixed oddly enough, it fixed another problem I had, which was really nice. Cause I wanted that visual indication of when something's being researched, when you're not in it. And then it fixed up the problem where it was doing it when the game was paused. So yeah, I was just thinking too. After this, if you then maybe add some more stuff in and saving is probably the next big thing that needs to just be added in this game. I was thinking that when I was walking around, I'm like, so after the research, it's only saving, really, as far as I know, that I can think of pretty much is needed before this can be, like, released on, I guess released as the game itself, really, actually. We are quite close with this game. See, we come down here, oop, we open it up, now it's in there. If it has a second page, it has a problem there. So, I did get it working, so something with the build up of the pages that I'm having fun with. Because before I had it working where they had gaps in between where these items were. So, I just need to figure out how to make it all nice and neat. Although I do need to figure out how to get rid of my dupe sugar, but because that was a band-aid solution. It might stay the harness for all eternity or not. But yeah, that's been fun. It actually is pretty cool and interesting thing because this game has taken me a long time. So basically, I've implemented the idea I had with the research area. I want to know what to do with the research area, so I haven't done the cocoa powder in here yet either. Just realised that. So basically, you research the ingredients, and then you buy the recipes. So then it uses two different systems to do two different things, rather than having two different systems that do the same thing. Because it feels like, yeah, that's kind of a waste of effort. But I think that's cooler too, because then you have less to start off with, and you can't just, like, even when you get the witches, you can't just go buy everything and there you go. Even if you forget how to, make the pennies. So yeah, that's been exciting. I've only added the cocoa powder stuff. It's pretty much everything's been added still lately for getting it wise. So I might add like more, because after you do the saving, I might add more like recipes and all that. But anything like major stuff. There we go. Feed them. Ugh. I think I'll just leave that there for eternity. And then have it so people get disappointed when they realize these things are worth no value. I don't know. Cool. But yeah, a lot of these items up here, like, if they end up staying up there, they're just like, items to test out things that my items. Because the value of what your cakes are is made from basically starting off from the mixing bowl. If you do not use the mixing bowl, do the first stage, or what I mean, do the first stage of cooking, you're not gonna get the recipes. Because I think all this is fine. So I think I had to fix another bug in here, but I think I did end up fixing it. You know what I mean? Whoop. Some of the mud cake, but I did end up fixing it. Oh, did I never add the chopping card thing on the mud cake, did I? I should probably do that. Because we're no longer selling whole cakes. I think I might not do that, you know? I think I might just have a way cut it up. That'd be cooler. Whereabouts is it? Oh, it's in here. That will work. It needs cutting. There we go. I think, yeah, someone did play it in the Bowser lately, because they did add a Bowser version of this game too. You guys can play as well if you're feeling like you want to download it. That's on itch as well if you don't know. So if I got the mud cake recipe, can shift. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I got the cake rolls too. I meant to make the recipe for that, won't I? Are we meant to cut the cake rolls again too? Did I forget to add the cutting for that one or not? Oh no, maybe not. No, that one's just goes through the outcome. I must have just wanted to just make it simple. I feel like when you're at the board specifically, you would be doing that. Yeah, so we return to what our problem is. The current moment. Oh, my silly player that I should be right. So we made this button here. It sends off things and all that through the game manager. It even sends it off the item when you know what it is and everything like that. So then that is received by something else too, and that is specifically update the market so it has it. So all this is good. It is my biggest problem is building the page at the moment. The pages need to somehow be something along track. I'm not quite getting the right point of where in the right position of how it needs to be rebuilt. You know, I'm not going back far enough, or I'm going back too far enough. You know, you need to figure out how far back you need to go to put in, or you know, you need to figure out how, like, what position you need to go back to get those or items to rebuild the page. You know, like, do I have to delete this whole thing and start again? Like, you know, do I have to redo the whole folders and everything like that? It's like, all the ways and everything like that. It's like complicated as all hell. These will disable itself. I do want to make that a little bit nicer. You know, I could probably do that. You know, sometimes you do, if you ever get stuck on something, when it comes to this. Always stuck with something in my life. Sometimes it's doing a simple job that you know you can do can go a long way, you know, because those jobs are really simple. Because I had to take a break because trying to fix those pages and everything that was like a lot. But yeah, sometimes I think it was a couple of days ago when I was doing it because I've been running around the place last 2 days because Thursday was garden day and then Friday I was running around for the sales, I guess. But I mean, actually, ours will last ours do last a bit over like the days, which was a lot in the heat. But at least they had water bubblers. Even they were warm water. But I mean, for the sun, it was actually pretty coolish. But enough of that. Yeah. Sometimes you just do a simple job, man. And I might, yeah, I want to make this, you know, maybe we should investigate making this like less bland boring. Because even Bushdog will be in that demo state a lot longer than this game would. Because I feel like, yeah, because I've done majority of the development of this game, so how that one compared to how Bushdog compares to this game works. So Bushdog is basically a herding game. It is a lot easier to get the basic gameplay done to a point where a player can play it over this game where majority of the game will be done by the time, as you can clearly see, by the time I get to the point where I can go send this off to a player to be done to play, you know. I think that was really interesting because even What's Outside, that's one of the first ones I released on Steam and it's on itch as well. It's also in demo mode too if you guys want to do that, or you guys can buy that one too. That's one of my first games out for sale. But like even with that one, like it was a bit of a medium between the two, between one copy at a time and what Bushdog is. Bushdog is like once you get that basic gameplay loop, or I guess yeah, they call it loop, done and dusted, the game is pretty much ready, you know. So if I really wanted to, you can probably release that as a game what Bushdog is right now. But I do want to add more challenges to that, you know. It's a really simple loop to make and put in practice. But it's really like it's one that you expand upon a lot more over this one where it's like you'll be putting a lot more work into the loop of the gameplay. But by the time you do, you know, as for example, you see all this being built and everything like that, the stovetop now, and if you guys have seen the devlogs, by the time that all this is built, the game is pretty much ready. The game has to be fully built before I send it off to someone, in a way. Because with this dog, you can get away with no savings, same what's outside. But this one, you can kind of get away with no savings, but eventually you have to hit the point where you put the savings in. I might just, you know, second demo of this would probably be the last demo available. So you're going to get an update where you have those research. But I feel like, you know, savings is actually for, for anyone who buys the game. You know what I mean? That's gonna be, that'd be pretty funny. We just see the demo gameplay and it's just like someone has just played like hours on end because they just leave it up to come back to it. I can't blame you. And this one's really nice too. Except for like the beginning there, as you've seen, like for a game, like I would assume there's more loading to it. I'm wishing this game is. Oh, I guess this game wasn't actually. That first time it wasn't that big, in the way of like memory the game was taking. Must have made a pretty space saving in a way. Oh yeah, let's go make some things. I was just watching a video that's just like really like reminds you of the reality of like oh. I'm like, excuse me, well you're not placing, and it's just like catching every other one. And it's like, oh no, I don't have it in my hands. I could add that as a feature in later on too, where if it's in your inventory it'll get placed. Still have that skip once in a while, I think. Yes. No. Oh, maybe it disappeared. I don't know. Could have actually disappeared. That actually would be really nice if it did. Oh, look at that. We can have a cappy. Cappuccino. If someone ever says a cap to you, that's what cap means. Australian ever says cap. Black coffee. I could actually make cakes. I want to make a similar one to this for, you know, like another biome of the Unknown Dragon universe. I don't know if that game will ever come out, but you know what? Gonna build upon the universe. Maybe one day it will. You never know. But I feel like, yeah, I want to build smaller games at the moment. There's a lot of smaller game ideas I had, and I wanna build them up. You know, be really fun. And either they're just gonna sit in the corner, or people will eventually play them. Either way, it's some fun. Cause something nice to do. But yeah, it's just like super annoying sometimes with how the video game is just treated. Like, ugh. It's like, come on, man. It's like you could really like, what's the word? I'm just thinking here. Maybe I'll always make this fancy a minute. Yeah, like it may. It's like sometimes it's like, come on, man. Like seriously, you could do well, but you know, I guess a bunch of boom and old folk are in charge of something they barely know anything about. I've, you know, I've come from a background where you always have those people who's just like, even like, because the family comes from like, you know, farming and all that. You always had those people who are like come from like the deep city and all that, who's barely like seeing what a a bunch of glass looks like, you know. Well, barely even seeing the outskirts of the city. One like barely lived out there, or you know, lived anywhere that wasn't like the witch part of the city, coming out and being like, well, you do this and do that. It's just like, excuse me, but you have to work with these people because yeah, especially the indigenous always the winter people always had that issue. Like you have to go communicate with them because the people who live on that land knows that land. Like especially like the indigenous and the Aboriginal people know that land, and then even just you know the other folk who live on that land, they know that land. And it's just so silly when they, you know, come and assert themselves and be like, well, this is that and this is that. You get no opinion to say. So no. So there's stuff from here that I need to like kidnap because I can't fully use whatever comes in here. Oh no, it wasn't this one. The food away. Yeah. So this one is kind of but not quite. So there's things in here that I need to kidnap. I tried to separate this. All I did was just, you know, lower down the code. There's also something else too. When we initially open, maybe maybe we need that bloody one. Go back here. So whenever we press E on it, it will be, yeah. Maybe this one might be of interesting. Update area tab. So the tab update area, maybe these are interesting because I got caught out by these knocking on there because what happened was the thing was rebuilding, but then this, once you click on it, got caught out. So we have to figure out what we do from this. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, I ended up getting a bunch of stuff so I can, you know, make my floor bed into a much more comfortable bed. I don't know if it was worth it, but it was still fun. I mean, I guess I did got a bunch of like, you know, kilt stuffing basically, and if I really go around, I feel like I mean like, you know, $50 or something like that, which was pretty cheap. Cause I think the kilt stuffing, like this is like 5 meters by 2 meters. Yeah, this is like huge. Basically, it means 6 foot and two 6 foot people. Basically, wide, you know. So it is a reasonable size. Update. Oh, hang on. It'll be this, would it? Yeah. Marketeers. Here we go. So this is the parent it is getting to. Here we go. What if instead we're going about this one? I'm thinking, I kind of did understood at one point. Problem is, this, oh, phone's being noisy. So it's definitely that is becoming a problematic child, basically. If we go back to the market, new page, bookmark that. What was that Pacific one called? Now we have to figure out how to get this working, because we have to send something with it. It has to be the shop item itself. Okay. Or maybe we're better off doing this. But fine. Where is this being used? Just once? It's been sent over. So it's sent over. Oh, sent over from the. Where is it? The market tab. Yeah, I've put it in here. Hmm. This is a lot of thoughts to keep in my head at once. It's my problem at the moment. So the reason why I did it in the parent page because I wanted the other one to not be changed. So I wanted the main shop one to be changed individually rather than all of it to be changed because I felt like all of it at the time was getting changed and that's not what I wanted to do. Does that make sense? I think we have to add a clash in because we have to find out where it goes bunk. I'll put clash there and see what it does. Like I said, there's a lot of like thinking about. Sometimes it's just like I gotta remember more than one thing at a time. I have some skill doing that. Whoop. I wish it. I wish it kind of does like stop you from typing until you click on there again. That would actually be really nice because it's kind of annoying when it does do that. Okay, so what I want to do is highlight over things like. Oh, sorry. Which side we gotta go to? This tab. So that's full. Page number 0. Page away. Maybe it's the fact that this isn't a full statement. It's not looping, basically. Maybe that's the biggest problem. I'll put that note there just in case I need it. But it might be looping somewhere else too. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why. Oh, I'm doing it again, sorry. Oh, yeah, because these up here loop, which is gonna be a fun problem to solve. But then I might have to reseparate those two, or we have to figure out how to loop this bugger. So where on earth does that get done? Because I don't think it loops enough, because the other ones at least loop. Hmm. I think it is something to do with this one. Throw it up. I'll put that at Blake, so we know it Blake's it, but do we want food away? So 5. Okay, let's try it again. Oh yeah, I made a babysitting. That was good. I don't know what's doing that actually. There we go. Oops. How much did you clean was it? Yeah. Okay. So I think it does work on the first page, but if we go get something like, let's do jams. There's enough jams. Okay, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see, our second page ceases to exist. But at least we got one more jam now. Oh, it's also in ordish. I don't know what it's doing. It's being a little bugger. I'm actually gonna check page number amount as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, in here as well. No, it doesn't lie. I gotta spike it. Well, I gotta knock it off for the Blake so I can see all the numbers. It is my UI is really cool and everything. Here we go. Page list. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remote. Market. have one. So we've got 6 pages. 16 there. So we are making more pages than we definitely need to. Well, that's not the one I wanted. 0 in there. 0 in there. There's something that I'm missing from the other code that initially makes a page that isn't allowing me to make this page. I'm actually gonna go last page, see what it does. So we let it pass, let it do its thing. So now it's got 9. That's almost something with this gives a feeling. So let's go see if it's something with that code specifically. Do the jams, because that will get us to the second page really fast. Does it once? Does it twice? And there's our problem. That does it like 3 times. Oh, we at least got a couple of jams in here. It hasn't built the page up. And I don't think it is properly becoming that new page, which is becoming a problem. So we need it to include something properly. So we need, so page A, or do we need to switch this around? Maybe. New page to become main page. That's what we, and that might fix the double page thing, you know. Or at least not the double page, but you know, it might fix it not, you know, making a new items to a new page. But we will still have probably more pages than we need to. So as long as we fix one of those 2 problems, because they are 2 individual problems. I don't know if you guys see that or not, or get what I mean, but they are in a way 2 individual problems. Technically caused by the same section, but they are 2 individual problems. So we appealed that. Appeal a new one. Yeah. What? Okay, game. Oh, there we go. Touch better, I guess. Isn't it? You don't think these have 4 pages now. That's interesting. Or we have 2 pages with the same shit on them. So that one made it back. That one made a difference. So we have 2 16 pages. Oh, I was meant to do more. This is sometimes one of the rare circumstances where auto-decode does matter. Sometimes it's hit and miss, but sometimes, you know, some bugs are just caused by top order of code. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make some chocolate. Hmm. So I wonder. We got 16 again. 16. 0. It's doing weird shit. And it's annoying. Someone isn't researching properly. Try this. Is that a break in without the? I guess. No, I can't. Okay. Might have to add a new. Might have to add loop in for this. See if that improves things. Let's wait 2 pages. Because at least we're slowly making more jams. No, we're still getting that multiple page. Fuck. No. Yeah, first duplication page now. Hmm. Page away. Maybe that's the problem. I think there's a reason why I had it like this. I'll do this first. And then if that, see what that does. Because hopefully do something. It is alright, yeah. Just double check and make sure that I haven't stuffed up anything else. Hassle's a pain, you know. Ooh. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? Okay. It's just not an order. But I mean, let's see. Let's do the chocolate. So far, not an autumn. But we take what we can get at the moment. So we really like all these problems that we started off with the video is all separate problems themselves. You know, basically the best way of explaining this. Oh, we did fix the duplication too many pages problem too. So actually, so in doing that, we did fix two problems, which was having too many pages, and but we probably have to go back to deleting the pages to then remake them into alphabetical order, or you know, somewhat of an order as well. So yeah, I think I might end it there today. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more updates in Devlog. So if you want to see the development of this game, you're interested in like how a game like this is made, I've got devlogs on it. I went to do this like every single week, which was a lot of work, but I think that's interesting to like, you know, if you want to learn from that. A couple of tutorial videos hanging around as well. Oops. But I mean, we got things going, and that's what matters. Don't know why that like never hits, but something I'll have to fix the alphabetical problem, but that's my problem to fix. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.